Hi there, my name is Brad Perry. I work at Station 37 in Desert Hot Springs, and you're watching Report on Conditions.
Today, we'll take you to a residential structure fire in the city of Indio, and we visit Joshua Tree National Park for a multi-casualties training drill.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi everyone, I'm Karina Espinosa, and thanks for joining us on today's episode of Report on Conditions. We're kicking off in beautiful Joshua Tree National Park, where we learned how our firefighters train for multi-casualty incidents.
Good afternoon, my name is Josh Rivers. I'm a battalion chief with CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire. And today we're coming to you from Joshua Tree National Park, where we hosted a joint multi-casualty training drill, and there was a multi-company training with multiple different agencies. So this morning we started with a drill that was phoned in as a report of a traffic collision, unknown injuries and unknown jurisdiction. The first two companies today were San Bernardino County Fire with one ambulance. As they got near the scene, we gave them information that it was an SUV with 4 critical patients versus a school bus with 30 students on board.
There are a multitude of agencies here that are coming together to work on this drill. And the reality is that Joshua Tree National Park has lands that are in both San Bernardino and Riverside County. When we look at an incident of this magnitude, a bus crash with over 30 patients on scene, it's going to take all of these agencies coming together to successfully treat and care for these injured parties.
So today we had 28 patients, 27 of those patients were transported. Injuries involved, crushed injuries. We had blunt force trauma to the chest. We've had multiple patients being extricated out of the vehicles. Today went really well. I think having multiple different agencies out here coming together, working as a team, and getting the feel for how every department really worked.
We'd also like to take a moment to thank the students in the Morongo Basin School District for coming out here and volunteering their time to be our victims and our patients. We really appreciate the role playing they did.
Last week, from February 17th through February 23rd, the department responded to a total of 3,968 calls for service. Of those calls, 3,093 were medical emergencies and 127 were fire-related calls. Let's check out a few highlighted incidents from that time period. During the evening hours of Monday, February 12th, firefighters responded to multiple reports of a structure fire in the 24,000 block of Kiesel Road in Moreno Valley.
The first arriving company officer reported a 2-story single-family dwelling with heavy fire through the attic. I quickly arrived on scene behind him, requested a second alarm.
With time, firefighters contained the fire and no civilian or firefighter injuries were reported. The American Red Cross was contacted for 2 displaced residents. Resources remained on scene for approximately 4 to 5 hours for overhaul. At around 8 p.m. on Friday, February 21st, firefighters were dispatched for reports of loud explosions at the intersection of 15th Avenue and West Drive in Desert Hot Springs. The first arriving company officer reported a fire within a transient encampment with a threat to vegetation. Firefighters contained the fire within 15 minutes of arriving on scene and remained committed for approximately an hour. One civilian patient was treated on scene and declined further treatment. No additional injuries were reported. At around 11 a.m. on Saturday, February 22nd, dispatchers received reports of a residential structure fire in the 82,000 block of Nancy Drive in the city of Indio. The first arriving engine company confirmed heavy smoke from the residence. With diligent work, firefighters were able to fully extinguish the fire within 30 minutes. One civilian patient was treated for injuries and resources remained on scene for approximately 2 hours. No additional injuries were reported.
My name is Dominic Chamberlain and I'm a firefighter here at Station 44. My favorite tools are our full set of extrication tools that we carry. This tool here is our cutters. We can use these tools to extricate patients from vehicles. We can cut pillars off and we can cut hinges off of doors. This tool is our spreader, similar to our cutters, also used for extrication. We can jam these into doors and pop doors with them. This here is our ram. This ram provides us the opportunity to roll dashes and get people out of tight spots. These are my favorite set of tools because being situated just south of the Interstate 10, we do receive multiple traffic accidents Having a full complement set of battery-operated extrication tools allows us to do our job efficiently.
You've probably seen CAL FIRE's firefighters on the news and in your social media feeds a lot lately, helping with massive conflagrations in Southern California. But did you know that in addition to firefighting, we also put a lot of time, personnel, and resources towards fire prevention? Each year, CAL FIRE engages in hundreds of fuels reduction projects across the state. These range from using heavy equipment like masticators and wood chippers to clear overgrown vegetation, to applying beneficial fire to the landscape. These efforts not only restore our natural ecosystem, but reduce fire risk and prepare communities. California set a goal of treating 1 million acres annually by 2025, but CAL FIRE doesn't do this work alone. We work alongside federal, state, local, and tribal partners, as well as private landowners. Thanks to these partnerships, California is well on its way to reaching this goal. But our prevention efforts don't stop at fuel reduction. Through the Office of the State Fire Marshal, we are constantly working to improve building and community standards and codes to help reduce the spread and impact of future fires. We use the latest research to help find ways to reduce the impact of increasing fire behavior on homes and communities. Measures like home hardening, which means building or retrofitting a home with ember-resistant materials, are the direct result of these research efforts. Home hardening doesn't just make your home more resistant to wildfire, but also your neighborhood. And finally, CAL FIRE has dedicated staff and resources focused on educating the public about the challenges, solutions, and steps they can take to protect themselves, their properties, and the entire state. These efforts include websites, videos, and attending public events to engage with the people of California face-to-face. To learn more about CAL FIRE's prevention efforts, be sure to visit our website, fire.ca.gov/prevention.
That's all for this week's Report on Conditions. Follow your firefighters in action on our social media at CAL FIRE RRU and stay up to date on incidents happening countywide. If you caught any great footage of our firefighters at work or out in the community, send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Karina Espinosa. Thanks for watching.